Hey guys, welcome to my floor again, and today we're going to be continuing the vinyl collection videos, part 2 of however many there are. I'm sure you guys already see how many there are, but I'm not sure how many there's going to be, so let's just get right back into it. Again, these aren't in alphabetical order. I've already done, I don't even know that many in part 1, so if you guys want to go watch part 1 and see the ones I already put away, you can go do that. It's going to be in the description. Let's just get right back into it. First up, we got David Bowie, which, you know, this is the David Bowie album, Ziggy Stardust. This one is super fire. I had never heard anything from David Bowie really until listening to this like 2 years ago. I somehow managed to completely avoid his music for the longest time. I may have heard Starman just passing, like, you know, day to day occasionally, but I'd never listened to anything by David Bowie, and this album is fucking incredible, and I'm really glad that I did decide to listen to it, because it's a near perfect album in my opinion. Got this for somewhat cheap, so very glad to have it in my collection. Amazing album. Everyone should have already listened to it, but if you have not, this is a great place to start for David Bowie. Next up, we have the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack, and I have gotten pretty big into anime again recently. I was pretty into it in like middle school, high school, kind of fell off a bit in college, but you know, I've actually, and don't tell anyone this, but I've actually not finished Cowboy Bebop. I just really love the soundtrack. I've watched about half the show in high school, but I guess just got caught up on other things, so I never got around to finishing it. But this is a very cool record, and it's also gatefold, so, you know, you open it up, you got a bunch of art from the show, which is super sick. I do really want to get back around to watching this, because I did also try Samurai Champloo, which is made by the same people, and didn't love it as much as I was really enjoying this one when I was watching it. The first record is on white vinyl, which is very cool. Got some more art as well as credits. And then the other one is on brown vinyl, and I don't really know why they decided to go with these two colors, because I don't think they're terribly significant to the show, but at least it's not basic black, and I prefer color vinyl personally instead of just black vinyl, though I do prefer black to like clear or a picture disc, which I don't own any picture discs, so we're safe there. Now we got Charm by Clairo, and I think I was just really hyped on this album when it first came out, and that's why I got it. It does open, which is very cool. It's a picture of Clairo and a bunch of people in the studio. Very nice. This is her most recent album as of this video going out, and I do like this album. I don't dislike it by any means, but I think I was just a bit overhyped on how much I liked the single, Sexy to Someone, and then listening to the album, I did really enjoy it, but I think it's a bit one note, which is fine, but nothing too groundbreaking here, but I do think it is Clairo's best album. And this one comes on a lavender purple vinyl. I believe this was a record store exclusive edition, and I actually got this one at a discount. I think there somewhere on here there is like a rip or something. Yes, on the top right here there's a little slit, and I don't mind having that, so I got this for like $3 less than normal, which, you know, I'll take it. And this is a good album, nothing groundbreaking, but it's pretty good. And now we have Brat by Charli XCX. This is one of the most important albums in my life, and I love this thing so much. I don't know if I've ever had a single album on repeat as much as I did during Brat Summer 2024, because I was working at a summer camp in another state. The summer camp I actually went to as a kid, so, you know, it was very surreal working there, and this came out right at the beginning of the summer, and was just listening to this every single day on the way there and back. And for months, even after that, I was just listening to this album on repeat. I could not get enough of this one, so incredible album, so amazing. But this version of the vinyl is actually really cool. It comes with a credit sheet, which is on that like doctor's like note paper. I don't know what you call it, but it's like the one where you can like write through it. I can't remember what it's called. I know there's a name for it. But it is also a gatefold. Very nice, thank you, Charli. On top of that, it also comes with a booklet, which is super cool, and this has like all the lyrics in it in like a really cool way. There's also a poster in the middle, which I would love to like rip out and put up, but it is unfortunately attached to more lyrics, so I don't want to have to rip out a page out of the book. So So maybe one day I'll put it up just open as the book. And this is also on orange vinyl, which it's not the highest quality vinyl for sure. I can tell it's like pretty thin, to be honest, but and that's because it's from Urban Outfitters, and I actually have a story about that. It is because I found the original record store exclusive, the one that was just plain black, and got it for like 30 bucks. Found out that my girlfriend's friend had a bootleg Lana Del Rey vinyl that my mom really wanted for her birthday, so she said I could trade her Brat for that, and then I found this like 2 days later at Urban Outfitters and got an even better version with the orange vinyl, which I prefer. So everything worked out there. Got the gift from my mom. Amazing album. If you haven't heard this, you're living under a rock. You absolutely need to. This is phenomenal. I could go on about how amazing this album is for so long, but I'm not going to. It's just super good. Listen to it. All right, we got The Cars, self-titled, their first album. This was the first vinyl I ever got, and this was a gift from my grandpa in Christmas 2020 before I even had a record player, and I actually do use that. I don't just have these records on for show, I do use my records. I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums of the 70s. There's nothing too crazy about it or anything, but every single song except about one, I think, is a banger. I think this is a near perfect album. I love it so much. And not really too much to say about this one other than that it's a pretty good album, and I think it's a little underappreciated nowadays because I don't really meet people, at least my age, that have heard this, but this is easily The Cars' best album. I think it's a great album. Great! Okay, now we got kind of a weird one. This is the Bus Boys Minimum Wage Rock and Roll, and I have not heard this. I think my grandpa and I were at a record store together, and he's super into music. He's the one that got me the Kate Bush album in the last video, as well as his Cars album that I just talked about. And we saw this. I had never heard of the Bus Boys, and he was just talking about how great it was, and I was like, that's cool. And he just bought me the record. It wasn't very expensive. Still haven't listened to it, unfortunately, though I have had this for a while, so, you know, maybe one day I'll get around to it, but for the time being, I don't really have much to say about this, unfortunately. Now, we got the Beastie Boys' License to Ill, which is their first album from 1986. I love this album. This is maybe the first rap album I really enjoyed in middle school. I used to be very much like, oh, all new rap sucks, all new rap is mumble rap. I'm not like that anymore, but I used to love this album back in middle school, early high school. You know, it's got classics, Fight for Your Right, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Brass Monkey. It's just pretty great. And it's a lot of frat boy rap, but it's still really fun, just a good time to listen to. It's also a gatefold. Very nice, got the 3 boys. And yeah, that's the only Beastie Boys album I've heard in full outside of Paul's Boutique, which I really need to re-listen to because I don't think I appreciated it as much as I should. But this, as of right now, is my favorite Beastie Boys album just because I haven't re-listened to Paul's Boutique yet. It's a pretty good album. I don't think it's insane or anything, but definitely revolutionary for sure. You know, 3 white boys rapping is not the most common thing, at least in the 80s it wasn't, but it's a great album. Okay, we have Aphex Twin, Selected Ambient Works 85 to 92. This is Aphex Twin's debut album under the Aphex Twin name. Aphex Twin has a bunch of other music that was released before this, but this is his first album. It is not my favorite, actually, and I only own this because I am very nostalgic for it from high school. It's the only one I listened to for a very long time, and then I finally, I think around last year, got around to listening to just about every other album that he released under the Aphex Twin name. And while not my favorite, this is still a great album. I don't think it's perfect, but it's still pretty good, and I really enjoy it. You know, just simple IDM music. If you know what IDM is, you've definitely heard this album. But yeah, it's a pretty good album, and I still listen to it a decent amount to this day. You know, anytime songs like Green Calx and Aegis Polis, I think that's how you pronounce it, I still listen to them to this day. Pretty good album. Okay, now we have The Low End Theory by A Tribe Called Quest. This was an album I had been searching for at record stores for a very long time because I listened to it when going back up to New York. I am originally from New York, so when I was traveling up there one time, I decided to listen to this album in full, and now it just reminds me of that trip. And they're, you know, A Tribe Called Quest is New York hip-hop group, and I think it's very fitting. and it really does feel like New York. Like when I listen to this, it really just feels like New York. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very cool jazz rap. This might be my favorite, if not top 3 favorite rap albums of the 90s, and I love this one. I love jazz, I love rap, I love jazz rap. This is a great album. If you're into hip-hop and you haven't heard this, you are doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the band a disservice, and you absolutely should listen to this. This is their best album, in my opinion. I think it's better than Midnight Marauders. Great album. Go listen. All right, getting into the more metal side of things, we have Jasmine's Lullaby from Seven Angels, Seven Plagues. I had not heard this until this past December, actually, and I can definitely tell this is one of the most influential like metalcore albums in history. I don't even know where to begin with this. It's not like anything crazy by today's standards, but it's just like some of the most tight, perfect metalcore I've ever heard. And I'm very picky with metal. I'm more of like a metallic hardcore metalcore fan, like this era, Botch, Converge. Obviously I made a whole video on Converge, but I love this album. They only released vinyl like twice ever, I think, when the album originally came out, and then very recently they just restocked a bunch of different variations of the vinyl. This one happens to be on blue and white vinyl. You can kind of see that's the white, that's the blue. And that is a tribute to their original CD, which was the same color. And there was only, I believe, 250 of these that released. I think they just sold out of these, actually. So I got lucky enough to get one. Amazing album. So good. Very influential for me as someone that plays in a hardcore band. I love this album so much. It's so fun. It's so interesting, like revolutionary. I could go on about it for a very long time, but this is incredible. I think I've kind of realized I went in backwards alphabetical order here. I originally said I didn't know what order this was going to be, but I kind of just started at K and then worked my way back up. And now I believe is when it's going to be a little bit out of order, but I might be wrong, so we'll see. All right, well, I know for sure this is out of order. We have the Star Shopping 7-inch by Lil Peep, and this is the Record Store Day exclusive. There's only about 2,000 of these out there. I went to Record Store Day in 2024 just for this. Did not get it, unfortunately. And when looking at resale on Discogs, it was like $75, so I was like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not gonna ever pick this up. Thankfully, it's gone down in price quite a bit. I think I got this for like $20 now, which is only $5 more than it was originally going for. And it just has the song Star Shopping as well as a couple of live performances of the song. And this is one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm a massive Lil Peep fan. You guys can make fun of me all you want in the comments, but you're gonna see my Lil Peep collection in a little bit. But yeah, this is such a good song. Rest in peace, Lil Peep. One of my favorite artists of all time. Love this song. It's also my only 7-inch as well. Forgot to mention that, but I don't own any other 7-inches, so I really don't know where I'm gonna put this, but we'll leave it over here for now. Right there. Very nice. Okay. We have My Chemical Romance, I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love. This is My Chemical Romance's first album, and this is in my top 3 favorite albums of all time. I love this thing so much. It means so much to me. I've been listening to this since I was like 14, 13 years old. I absolutely love this album. So incredible. Honestly, kind of inspirational or influential for hardcore music, which is kind of crazy because they're a pop punk band, but this is definitely their most raw sound that they have. I love this album so much. The riffs are so fun. Gerard Way is at his most raw and screams more than he ever does on any other album. And My Chemical Romance this is without question. My Chemical Romance is my favorite band of all time. This band means so much to me. And I have all their albums except their last one on vinyl, though my records got split kind of weird, so I know this is going to be kind of out of order now. The other 2 that I own are going to be in the next part of this series, so this is the only one I'm going to be talking about for now. Incredible album. Not even my favorite by them, and it's in my top 3 favorite albums of all time, though I will say not all of their 3 albums are my favorites of all time. Like, we'll get there when I get over there, but this one's amazing. Go listen to it. If you're a My Chemical Romance fan and you haven't heard this, you need to. Absolutely listen to this. All right, we have Loveless by My Bloody Valentine, which is probably the most influential shoegaze album of all time. I was very happy to find this because I don't think they repressed this album very much. A lot to say on this record specifically, not the album itself. Obviously, the album speaks for itself. It's incredible, it's influential, it's amazing. But I don't see this record very often, and it comes with this like package of 6 different variants of the album cover. Like, there's different ones in here. I'm not going to show them all off, but yeah, these were all hanging in my apartment for 2 years. I love the album art for this album so much, and it just kind of slips right into the gatefold. Hold on, let me show that. Yes, we got the track list, which this is a hardcover and also laminated. Very nice, very high quality. You know, special thank yous and people that recorded. And then we have the actual vinyl itself, which is on black vinyl, but I think this is the thickest record I own. This is like 200 gram vinyl, which is super high quality, and you can tell when listening to it as well. It's like super, super nice. And lastly, about this album, I somehow managed to find it for 40 bucks, which I would always see it at record stores for like 60 right after I bought it, and I bought this immediately because I thought it was rare, and I guess it is because I don't see it very much anymore, but for a little bit I would see it at record stores, and it was pretty damn expensive every single time, so I always thought I got a bargain on it. I don't know, maybe that's the normal price, and record stores are just scummy sometimes. But amazing album, very influential. I didn't love this when I first heard it, but you could say I was loveless towards it, but now I do. It's amazing. I listen to it all the time. So many amazing tracks on here. Now we have Minor Threat's first 2 7-inches, which Minor Threat, probably the most influential hardcore punk band of all time, if not one of. This is just such a fun album because it's just 2 EPs put together. Got this for super cheap, and it is on clear vinyl, or I don't even know what to call this. It's like not clear, but it is. It's like gray. But yeah, someone that's super into hardcore, I absolutely love this album. It's pretty amazing that I got this for under 20 bucks, I believe. And it also comes with, let me get this in first, a poster that was also hanging in my college apartment for a very long time. You know, just got lyrics down here, nothing on the back, but this was up in my apartment for a long time, and I love these 2 EPs a lot. I come back to them pretty often. If you are into hardcore and you haven't heard this, I don't know how that's possible, but you definitely need to. Now we got the best Metallica album, Ride the Lightning. This is the only Metallica album that I own, though I would like to get Master of Puppets at some point. And I've grown in and out, not of this album, but like, you know, Master of Puppets and this album switch a lot for me for my favorite Metallica album, but I think enough time has passed where I can safely say this is my all-time favorite, and I don't think that's gonna change. I just love the production on this one. The guitar tones and the drums literally sound like you're like in a fucking thunderstorm, which is obviously what the album is, like, you know, it's Ride the Lightning. Also comes with this little insert of pictures of the band, which also hung in my college apartment, as well as lyrics and credits. And yeah, this is my favorite Metallica album. Again, I've listened to their first 5, and I can safely say this is my favorite. I haven't heard anything from Load and On, though obviously I've listened to some Saint Anger just to see how awful it really is, and it is. But this is them in their prime, which is insane because they're younger than me when they recorded this, which is wild. Yeah, this is amazing. I love this album so much. I come back to it all the time. I love it, and it's really fun to listen to. And now we have my favorite album of 2024, even better than Brat. We have Magdalena Bay's Imaginal Disc. This is a synth pop album that I only found because of a Twitter user. I have no idea who it was, but they just said this is better than Brat. I can't believe it. And I was like, that's a crazy take. So I listened to it, and I didn't think that immediately. And while I do think Brat has more of an impact on my life, I think this is a better album, and I come back to this one today more than Brat. But I still cherish Brat a lot more than this album, but I do prefer this one. This one was low-key kind of expensive. It's a pretty cool gatefold of just like the weird-ass world that they build on this album. You know, they use this art in a lot of the music videos. Image was one of my most played songs of last year, and I love that song. And I think this is a near perfect album as well. It's on black vinyl, but there's like 1 or 2 moments, not even songs, but just like parts of songs that I didn't absolutely love that much. It's not perfect for me, but it's really fucking close. And I come back to this one maybe more than maybe anything I own, honestly. I've been obsessed with this album since I first heard it, and I love it so much. So fun, so dreamy and mystical, and it's just a great journey to listen to. Now we have a very pretentious album that's fallen out. MF Doom / Mad Villains, Mad Villainy. Also with Madlib, who produced the whole thing. And this is my favorite MF Doom project. It's the only MF Doom album that I think is fucking amazing. I think he has come close to hitting this a couple times, but I think this is by far his best album. And I got this for only like $21, I think, in like 2022, which I think by today's standards is kind of a steal. It didn't come with anything, it's just on black vinyl, but this is some of the best abstract hip-hop I've ever heard in my life, and this is a perfect album. I probably should mention that. This is a perfect album to me. I love this thing so much. It's so fun. It's so like ominous. The album cover is perfect. It's so dark. And it just fits the sound of the album perfectly. There's nothing MF Doom ever released that sounds anything like this, that sounds as haunting, that sounds as dark as this. And it's not like a scary album or anything, it's just the production is so bizarre, and it makes MF Doom sound insane, like a true supervillain. Absolutely must listen if you haven't heard this already. Now we've hit the Mac Miller section of the video. I have 4 Mac Miller albums. I'll just go one by one instead of doing them all at once. So first off, we have the Tiny Desk concert that he did only a month before he passed away, I believe. And it says on the back, "Thank you guys for giving me a space to play my music with my friends and have fun. Love always, Mac Miller." There's only 3 songs on this: Small Worlds, What's the Use, in 2009, which all come from his 2018 album Swimming. And I actually have not played this yet. This was a gift from a friend for my birthday a couple years ago. Thank you, Tyler. It's on blue vinyl, clear blue vinyl, very nice. I've watched the performance many times though. This wasn't like a, oh, you should like check this out. No, I love this Tiny Desk concert so much. It's so pretty, and it's really surreal to see it after he passed away, and it happened, and how he passed away so shortly after. It also comes with a poster, which this was also hanging in my apartment for a very long time. Just some credits and people that played with him, and there's even more on the back. Very nice. Now we got Swimming by Mac Miller, specifically the 5th anniversary of Swimming, which is a very special, maybe like the most, I think this is the most expensive record I've ever purchased, and also a very special edition of the album. This comes in a sleeve that just says Swimming on it. Well, let me open it up actually. So yeah, 2018 to 2023, we're gonna be all right. The lyric from Self-Care, which is very cool. And then on the back, get a good angle. Can't really see it too well, but it is laminated and it does say Swimming. And actually opening this thing up, we have quite a few things. So first off, we have the record itself, which is on clear and like cotton candy colored vinyl. The same goes for the other disc that this album came with. And it also has 8 posters that each have a letter spelling out Swimming. I don't want to take them out because they're kind of hard to get back in. I'll take one out. But yeah, they each have a letter, and they each have something on the back as well, which is very cool. Credits and whatnot. These were going to be hung up in my apartment, but there were just too many. I think Swimming has 8 letters. So there was 8 posters, and it was just gonna take up too much space in my room, so I ended up not putting them up. But, you know, since I've moved back in here, maybe one day I will. Maybe they'll be in the background of my videos. We'll see. But, yeah, this is the biggest special edition vinyl that I own. It was pretty expensive, but I'm super happy to own it. I adore this album. I don't come back to it as much now, just because I think my tastes have switched a little bit, but I do still think this is a near perfect album, and I love the hell out of it. It's gotten me through some tough times. Just truly amazing. Thank you, Mac Miller, and rest in peace. You know, I said that as if there's not more Mac Miller albums that I'm going to be talking about right now. And next up, we actually have his first mixtape, I believe. I don't know if this is a mixtape or an album. I believe it's a mixtape. And this is KIDS, which is an acronym for Kickin' Incredibly Dope Shit. He is a child here, bro. This is a high schooler, and you can like tell on the songs, you know, he raps about being in high school and how he's like about to graduate high school, and that's fire. I listened to the song The Spins on my drive home from my last day of school, just blasted it around my town, you know, one of the greatest days of my life for various reasons. I'm not going to get too into that, but amazing time. Though, to be honest, I don't know if I've actually ever heard this full album in my life. This was one of the first records I ever bought, and it was because I just saw it like displayed at a record store for pretty cheap, and I was kind of into a lot of the songs when I bought it, but now I'm not as into Mac's early stuff, though it did come with a very cool poster of the album, which I don't think I've ever actually put up because it is pretty fucking big, and I do own a lot of posters from records already, so haven't put it up yet, but I do like having it folded where it just says Mac Miller. Mac Miller has some of the best record, like vinyl releases that I've seen. Every single one comes with something fun or has some personal something inside or outside. Just very cool, very, you know, school-like design. Yeah, I haven't heard this in full, but The Spins is an amazing song, and I love that song, as well as, you know, Nike's on My Feet. Don't Mind If I Do is pretty funny because it's got the Fireflies sample, and it's become a joke with me and a couple friends, and some of those songs are pretty good. And now, lastly, we have Circles, which is his first posthumous album. This one also comes with a lot of stuff, actually. Hold on. It comes with the 2 discs, which are both on clear vinyl. Yes, that's actual clear vinyl. As well as an actual poster, which is even bigger than the kids one. I don't even think I can get this all on screen. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's got a lot of credits. There's also more on the back, so if you want to put it up either way, you can. This is gigantic, wow. Yeah, this is the coolest poster I think I own. And this, as much as I do love this album, I don't think it's his best. I think Swimming is his best, but this is probably a close second, I would say. Yeah, this is definitely second for me. It also has the bonus tracks on it, which is really cool. The 2 bonus tracks titled Right and Floating. And yeah, Good News has made me cry multiple times. And now I can truly say thank you for everything, Mac, and rest in peace. Alright, we got Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park, which I've also kind of grown out of a bit. This was very much an album of when I was a kid. I grew up hearing this one. My dad really likes this album a lot. And, you know, I grew up hearing songs like Paper Cut, One Step Closer, In the End, obviously. Just so many fun songs from when I was a kid, though I don't really come back to it too much anymore because I've kind of grown out of this style of music quite a bit. But this was one of the earlier records I got for sure, which makes sense because that's about when I was very into this album, like 2020, 2021. But I also, like I said, did grow up on it with my dad, so that was pretty fun. And it's also a gatefold, which I don't think I knew this either, or I haven't seen it in a very long time, so that's pretty cool. And rest in peace, Chester. I haven't listened to the new album, and it's not because of the new singer, but I'm just not super interested, to be honest. All right, now we're on to the actual Lil Peep section. We've got Lil Peep's Hellboy, which this is my favorite release from him. This was the mixtape that really blew him up. I bought this straight off of his website, I believe. Yes, my parents actually got this for my birthday a couple of years ago from his website, and his mom is in charge of all the releases now, and they're super sweet and, you know, just really nice. You know, just got a couple pictures of Lil Peep there. I believe this is on red vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. Red splatter vinyl, that's pretty cool. And just got some more photos of Lil Peep. And there's also a Lil Peep thank you letter from his mom and brother. And I'm not gonna read that out loud, but if you'd like to pause it and read, you can. It's also got this logo on the back, which I don't recognize, but I mean, I guess it's a Peep of sorts. Very cute. And then we got the other one, which I believe this photo was used as a single cover for another song that released, I believe, Kiss on either Spotify or SoundCloud, one of the two. This one's also on red vinyl. And while I don't think Lil Peep has any perfect albums, he is maybe my favorite solo artist of all time, just for nostalgic reasons. You know, was just always super into it when I was in high school, and then kind of had a resurgence and kind of an existential moment when I got to college and realized that I was going to be older than him before he died very soon. and now I am, and it's very, very surreal that he released this much music and he's gonna be huge. But yeah, this is my favorite release from him, and I come back to this one more than any other. Love this mixtape. Next up, we have Come Over When You're Sober Part 1. This is not the special edition that has Part 2 on the back. This is just Part 1, and I got it for kind of cheap. And love this album as well. I don't think this one's perfect either. I think Side A is a lot better than Side B. I do like Better Off Dying and The Bright Side a decent amount, but You Said is definitely my favorite on this one. Just pop this open real quick. Yeah, it just comes with one record with an actual picture as well as some fan art because, you know, he was very kind to his fans, would always repost their art. Very nice, clear and pink swirl. But yes, this was his debut album, and this was the one that was going to get him huge, and it was already happening, and then he unfortunately passed away while on tour for this album, which is very sad, and you know, something I think about a lot. Now, lastly, we have Castles 1 and 2 with Lil Tracy, who was Lil Peep's most frequent collaborator and good friend. And this was also a special release from his website, and this was a gift from a friend on my last birthday. Thank you, Derek. We got the insert right here. Actually, this isn't an insert. I did take the record out actually and put this on my wall because I thought it was really cool. It was this side I put on my wall. But the record itself is really cool. It's a splatter with orange and black and white because of the two sides, Castles 1 and 2. But yeah, this was maybe the most fun thing he ever released. You know, songs like Witchblades are just fire, just like banger songs to listen to, as well as the song Castles, which is another amazing song. Love these two EPs. They're super fun, super good. And if you're into Lil Peep and you haven't heard these, you should. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy watching, either feel free to watch the previous part if you didn't already see that, or the next one that will either be uploaded in a couple days or is already out by the time you're watching this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We've got quite a few more records to do, and I will see you guys in the next one.